Most people think outdoor photography is easy, and honestly, I used to think exactly the same. Alright, so this video is about outdoor photography, and today I'm going to take you step by step so that you can learn everything in this one video. So watch this video till the end. People, mostly what they do is they just take out their camera, shoot on auto mode when they're outside, and then they feel that the direct sunlight is what the correct light is. But that is exactly the total opposite that needs to be done. Because sunlight alone does not automatically make an image look dramatic. In fact, I realized when I didn't control the light, the sun was actually killing my subject instead. So if I wanted my model to actually stand out outdoors, I had to stop depending on the light available and start shaping it instead. Alright, so specifically for this video, what I've done right now is I'm intentionally using this light so that I want to explain something here. The thing is, this light or the flash should actually be falling on the subject so that the entire background is darker. And that's what is the concept of fashion photography or outdoor photography. So for this video, we're going to use some of these basic equipments. One is this flash, there's a diffuser, and then the trigger so that we can use the flash remotely, separately, and not mounted on the camera. So first, I had to understand what I was actually doing wrong. Earlier, my goal used to be simple, make the whole image look bright, but that was my mistake. Now the goal is totally different. The goal is to make the subject correctly lit while allowing the background to go slightly darker and more controlled. That contrast is what creates separation, and that is what finally made my subject stand out. Because earlier, without that separation, my model was just getting lost in the environment totally. So the technique became simple for me. I darkened the ambient exposure a little and then used flash to bring proper light back onto the subject. One of the first things I changed was shooting in RAW plus JPEG. Now the JPEG gives me quick preview and a usable file, but the RAW file gives me flexibility in post-production. Every time I set up, I go to the image quality and select RAW plus JPEG. The next big shift for me was moving to manual mode. Earlier, I used to rely on auto and semi-auto modes, but the problem was the camera kept making decisions for me and I didn't really like it. And when I started using flash outdoors, I realized I needed control. I needed to decide how bright or dark the background should be. So now I'm here in a new location. It's my terrace, and what I've done is I've synced in my flash with the flash, the remote, and the diffuser right here. So what we'll do is now we'll dial in some settings on the camera, which is really important. What we have to do now is increase the shutter speed to about 1/100 or 1/120. The aperture we can increase so that the entire scene gets slightly darker. This will further help me to make the subject stand out because of the flash. So now we'll try taking a shot. As we see this shot, the subject is now easily standing out and the entire scene is totally dark. So now I'm going to pose. We'll move the flash to another setting since it is all remote. That's the benefit of having a trigger so that you can move the flash around in different light settings. Let's try something from the back. And let's also see how it comes right in front. It's slightly harsher, so we'll see. One last time, let's do a split lighting.